want me to do?
You just hang on tight and enjoy the ride. I'm gonna see what it is. It's a. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Well, y'all, it's Sunday and I'm headed up to Illinois for a really long fishing trip, about a week and a half. I'm gonna go to a whole bunch of spots, but it being Sunday, you know what that means, right? Chick-fil-A's closed. So it's gonna be a long, crappy food trip, you know? It always sucks when Chick-fil-A is closed. But that's all right. So I'm thinking first thing tomorrow I get up there and I'll go over to my good friend Mark's house. He lives on a private lake, so there's no public access to it. You have to have a house to fish on it. So I'm hoping that there might be some good fish on it. I'm not sure. He hasn't had a whole lot of luck with big bass, but we'll see what we can do. So it'll be a blink of an eye for y'all, but for me it's another 14 hours driving and then unpacking and sleeping and so on. So I'll see y'all tomorrow when I'm out at the lake. Well, the plan actually changed a little bit. We ended up fishing some double ponds that Duell and I fished before. After a few McDonald's stops and some bathroom breaks, I finally arrived. All right, y'all, it's the next day. It's about 9:30. Mark called me this morning at about 8. Actually, before I say that, we're coming up on a little grassy right now. Absolutely beautiful lake, and I'll give you all a shot of it right now while I'm talking. And we might actually fish this lake this week or next week. Depends on how long I stay, how good the fishing is. But I'm headed out to the double ponds right now that Duell and I fished without much luck. And I'm hoping that with Mark, we might catch a few crappie, and then he wants to maybe move ponds, catch some bass. One thing about these little ponds is the bass, you should keep some of the bass, the smaller bass, because they will get overpopulated. They'll start competing for food and they'll get really skinny like you saw in one of my other videos. Well, I'll see y'all when I'm out there. He says pull up to the parking lot and honk for him and he'll come get us or something like that. Wow, look at that. Mark got a new truck. How about that? That's a nice truck. All right, let's get out there and fish. We're going over there. I got him out. It was a fish, I'm telling you. Yeah, it is. He's still on there. And it is a bass. Little one. Golly. This stuff is thick in here. This is what I'm using, guys. Just a Beetle-Spin with a silver grub looking trailer on it. Little bass there. Got another one, y'all. They're all these real little fish. Not little, but you know, nothing trophy size. One's got a little speck on him. Interesting.
Afraid it's a bass.
Yeah, the way you're running out.
Yeah, it's a bass. Dang it.
Oh, that's a nice crappie. It's got one. What's it gonna be? It's a crappie.
Rather.
Keep, right?
Keep. It'll definitely fry whole.
Into the cooler.
We caught quite a few crappie right off the bat. I was just using that silver Beetle-Spin with that little tail on there like I showed you on the beginning, and Mark was using a minnow on one rod, just floating around, and a Beetle-Spin on the other. Last time I was out here, I swear I saw a huge bass, 5-6 pounds, and that doesn't sound like a huge bass, but in one of these little ponds like this, it is. And Duell was like, no, that's definitely carp. Check this out.
I'm gonna loosen my drag and just fight this fish, because you never know.
What you want me to do?
You just hang on tight and enjoy the ride. I'm gonna
See what it is.
It's a.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's on. Still on my chest right now? Yeah, it's on. I might weigh this fish. I'm gonna weigh this fish. I got a scale and everything.
Was it 5 pounds?
Easily.
Easy.
Easy. That might be a 6 there. No, he's probably 5. I got 6 pound test though, so I'm gonna go ahead and. Woo! Look at that.
How fat is it?
Very, very fat. That's incredible.
I can't believe it.
I'm telling you, Mark, there is something about this camera. When I have the camera on, I just catch fish. No, I'm wrapped. I'm just gonna leave it wrapped for now. I'm not gonna let him go yet.
Dude, it's just amazing. You're the second person in my life.
Golly, that's a young fish too. That's not an old, ugly fish. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh him. 5.42. Right there, y'all, 5.42 pounds. I'm telling you, I think I've seen this one before, but he went. All right, I'm gonna take a picture of him with my phone real fast, and then I'm sure glad you called me this morning.
Here he is, y'all. 5.4 pounds. Fishing for crappie with 6 pound test and a Beetle-Spin. Not bad. I'm gonna get him back in the water and let him go.
Good.
Boy, that water's clear.
I know y'all hear me say, what a beautiful fish, all the time at almost every single fish I catch. But that really was one of the most beautiful fish I have ever seen. This place is called the Double Ponds because it's 2 ponds that have been connected by some sort of little ditch or creek that I think was probably formed by beavers, or, I mean, it's possible that it just flooded over and corroded over time. But it's a pretty cool little place. It is a bit of a hike to get to though, especially with that canoe, but that's good. You want to get away from the people. The less fishing pressure there is, the more fish there's going to be, the easier they are to catch. We stayed for another hour and a half, filled up the cooler with 15 crappie, I think, and I did keep 1 largemouth bass. That was barely legal. It is good, I know I mentioned this before, it is good to keep bass out of these little ponds like this, because if nobody pulls them out, they're going to pretty quickly overpopulate the lake, and then you're going to be stuck with all these underfed, skinny bass.
All right, y'all, Mark and I just left those double ponds, and as you saw from the drone footage, it's the double ponds we call it because it's 2 ponds connected by like a little beaver ditch thing. But we're headed to his parents' house right now, and his parents are like another set of grandparents for me. I really, really respect them. They taught my dad everything he knows about fishing, and he taught me everything I know, so they are the reason that I'm so into hunting and fishing. Although I will say I think I've got it deep in my blood. Now, when we get there, you are going to see some of the fish are a little bit smaller. Up here, the limits aren't quite the same as down in Texas, but everything's legal. There is a largemouth in there that's a little bit small, but it's all right. You can keep those small pond fish. It's good for the pond. But I'll see y'all when we're there, and we'll get a good look at the fish.
Well, here they are, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and clean them up and give them to his parents here, and then I'm gonna help him with some yard work, I think, unless he refuses to let me. But there are some nice crappie here, and that's not a bad bass, and he'll clean up real nice. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll get a couple more videos out this week for y'all, or at least 1, and I will see y'all next time.